And Mabuhay, welcome back to Tolvix Australia. I am Tolvix. Let's learn together. Today we're watching a video. I'll switch it across now, actually. We are now watching a video today by Billy in the Philippines. A very well known, if you're into Philippine travel videos, he's been there a fair while, actually. I remember when I went to the Philippines the first time, I'm pretty sure I watched some of his videos before I went, but I'm not sure. But he's great. I like him. And let's see how we go.
Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful
Philly.
Monday morning, start of a new week here in
I would just say I love how lush Philippines looks at all times. It's always interesting to me.
Angeles City. I am on Malabañas Road. All right, I'm going to be walking around this area a little bit, check out a few things.
Looks like a rough end of town. I'm just going to say, just from looking at that, like a rough end of town. Graffiti is a thing in the Philippines, but not as bit different to here, I suppose. But
Check out the update status of Margarita Station. Right across here is Premier Hotel. Right behind it is.
Those of you who may or may not been to the Philippines, that purely by design, I can tell that is a church from Iglesia ni Cristo, a Church of Christ in the Philippines, a very well respected and prominent church in the Philippines. Wherever there are Filipinos, there'll be branches out, and they've been expanding rapidly globally. Um, I myself not a member, but I have a great respect for that church. But you can tell they're not quite Gothic style, but it's very, very unique architecture. If you ever get a chance to look in one, obviously ask permission first, but they're beautiful churches.
Church. Those that are familiar with this area kind of know this area. But I drove by here the other day and I seen this. I'm like, holy cow, I didn't know
Phillies. Huh. Never.
this happened. Once again, here we are. This was once a
Wow. That is rough. Wow. Okay. That is rough. Wow. I'm actually a little bit surprised. You rarely see like that's graffiti happens all over the world, of course, and with lower economic situations, things change. But wow, look at that. I mean, I live in Australia. We have graffiti here. I'm not, you know, but like in the Philippines, I don't normally get that it gets to that level. It's not that common. And I think he's in Clark. I think he was Malabañas Road. Where is Malabañas Road? Actually, you know what? Let's start this by having a quick look. Malabañas Road, Philippines. Let's just see where it is, just to make sure. Angeles. Okay. All right. So he's in Clark. He's in the Angeles. Okay, Angeles cities. All right. All right. Cool. 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 Interesting. All right. Let's kick on.
hotel here. All right. But you can see it's not a hotel. And what amazes me is, people don't have money for a lot of things, but they sure do have money for spray paint.
True. True. Valid point, Philly. Valid point.
Right? But it's gutted. It's gutted out. It'll probably be tore down here real soon. A lot of times they'll take these buildings, rip the roof off.
Let's see what's happening here, because I'm still new to just want to see if it's streaming. Yeah, okay, cool.
To keep the squatters out. But wow, I can't believe it. Look at this. Tags. Who tagged it? Back in Philly, in other places, you have.
Oh, so his name's Philly. He's from Philly, supports the Phillies. It's very brand aware. I must say, that's actually, I mean, he's been in the game a long time. He knows what he's doing, but it's very brand aware.
Gang tags, where people just tag buildings. But I don't know. Who did all this? Bandit. No longer in service. Another hotel has
Looks rough, mate. Looks really rough.
bitten the dust. Like I said, I'm sure another business is coming in here. Wow.
Like that place has been ripped apart. You know what I mean? Like that has been shredded.
People tend to hang out in these buildings and sleep. That's why they tear the roof.
Like, hang on, I'll put you back on screen. Look at that. They've ripped roofing out and stuff like that. They've torn. Like, wow.
Roofs off, so they can't sleep in here. But wow. Something else.
Wow. Easy vermin, huh? Hmm.
All your wires gone. All your electrical work is gone. Sure, all your plumbing is gone. That's a nice looking jacuzzi there, huh?
By the way, all credit goes to Philly in the Philippines. I'll be posting a link down below. If you find you like his work, full credit to him. This is his video. I'm just reacting to it. Please go over, like, subscribe. He's a great guy. He does a lot of great Filipino content. Just a heads up.
Could have been a jacuzzi room. I don't think it was a pool. Never been in this hotel when it was up and running.
Oof.
But it's a shame.
Absolutely shredded.
Interesting. But like I said, I am going to walk up Malabañas Road, check out the status of Margarita Station, the new area, and need a shoe. There's a shoe, an extra shoe.
I've never understood why people leave shoes at crime sites. Like, look at that. Like, and what's one shoe gonna do? Like, how does that happen? I know here in Sydney, some of the gangs they'll tie the shoes together and throw them over the electrical wiring, and that's to indicate that there's a drug dealer nearby, like within so many blocks, and that I think depending on the color of the shoe or the direction of the shoe or something like that, you know there's someone nearby. Um, but every country is different, I suppose.
Yeah, it's got it. Got it.
Yeah,
Check
man,
out the status and see what else is.
and the thing is, right, in Australia, somebody would have bought that already and made a block of units. I mean, like in Sydney, I can't speak for you're from. Please let me know down below if that would be similar. But here in Sydney, there's such a housing crisis. Like, the cost of housing is so obscene that if that happened here, it would already be like a block of units by now. You know, crazy.
Is new on Malabañas Road. All right, so the gentleman at Premier told me it was called Jumeirah, and at one time he said it was a signpost, but he doesn't know what happened to it. Just one day, that was the end of it. Jumeirah is what he was saying. Boy, look at Amiga. Amiga Travels is in this hotel here. I don't know if the hotel ever reopened or not. But I go in there to Amiga Travel, always have. Looks like they painted it.
Me, do I like the color in that hotel? Like, I feel that really blends in well with the street. You know, I mean, sometimes colors can be a bit gaudy. You know, I've seen houses paint in the Philippines like bright green and stuff. It doesn't fit in with the logo. But I feel that the blue there really works well with the palm trees and stuff. It's a nice vibe. It's a nice vibe.
Great place. You want somebody to help you with visa extensions and you don't want to go to the mall. You want somebody to help you with travel. They're great in there. 13As, SSRVs. Great group of people in there.
When was this recorded? How old is this video? 9 hours. Oh wow, 9 hours. Okay, so he's really on
I highly recommend it. Here we are, right behind the Petron gas station, right? I've always liked this building here. I think it was cool looking. I know it was a club at one time. People have told me. I just think it's cool. The old structure from the outside. Just neat looking. Open for lease, lot for lease.
as I hear the traffic, I miss that chaotic kind of sound. There's something in Asia where, like, when you're standing in the street, you're in a cafe or something, and you just hear that constant, you know, that chaos and the smell. Just watching this video makes me very, I'm not born in the Philippines, but it makes me very sick, very, travel sick for the Philippines. I can't say homesick. I do love the Philippines, but I want, however, I do miss it. Like I can see him walking through the street, and I can see hear the traffic. I can smell the smoke. Like, is there a petrol station? Like there's small little sensory triggers and stuff. I do miss it. I do miss it.
Sunset Garden Inn here on the right hand side. I used to like going in here. Had a nice pool. Breakfast was decent in there. They kind of just shut down one day, never reopened.
That does happen in the Philippines. So usually it's something within the family. So from my experience, like some businesses do really, really well, really, really well. Next day, they're gone. From my understanding, it's usually to do with families. Families will fight and bicker within each other, and somebody will want, something will happen, a bill has to be paid, and usually it's like interpersonal, interpolitical family situations. So that's my understanding. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please comment down below. What do you think causes like these? It does happen a lot. Like this kind of random businessy shutdowns in the Philippines. It's just 1 minute there's a thriving bakery down the road. Next minute it's gone. It's like, hmm, you know, might be administrative. It might be a labor thing, but from my understanding, it's usually family politics that causes that. But if I'm wrong, comment down below. I'm always happy to learn. You guys are the
I
experts.
think they are open under a new name
There you go.
now, if they are open. But I always liked it, right?
I just miss it. Like I know I've said this before, but like seeing him walk through the sunny street in the Philippines, got the traffic going, got these beautiful flowers, got this whole, this vibe, this element, this energy. I really miss it. I can't wait. I'm going back. Um, End of this year. Uh, Thanks to some family members who helped me out. But and thank you to you, Salamat po, ate. But it, I miss it. I miss it. I really do. Anyway, I digress. I digress.
Right here on the right hand side. I had thought Red Doors moved in there at one time. It's the thing. Businesses come and go.
By the way, I am sniffling a little bit. I'm recovering from a cold. I've still got a bit of a cough, but I've taken a few strepsils, a few throat lozenges to kind of calm that down to make this video. So if I do sniffle and such, I do apologize. Um, I've got to work with what I've got. You know what I mean? Same as this room. So as you can see, I'm in my bedroom. The kids are playing downstairs. I don't want to move them. I'd rather move than move the kids. You know what I mean? So your patience is always appreciated. But yeah, I thought I'd just explain that.
Here it says up top, hotel for rent. So, didn't reopen. It's a shame.
How would you rent an entire hotel? Like it's not room by room; it's an entire hotel. And again, if that was in Sydney, somebody would have already bought it, knocked it down, block of units. You know what I mean? But our economies are very different. Our pace is very different. Um, how would that work in your part of the world? Like if you are from the US or from UK or whatever, and there's an abandoned hotel, like is there a demand for that? Do people that would just get snapped up? Some areas maybe a bit slower, but generally real estate is the first religion of the Commonwealth here in Australia. So somebody would have bought it up and just, knocked it down, built it up. We'd have like 100 units, and it'd all be priced at $1 million a unit. But the world's different. And I want to see how it works in your part of the world. So comment below, like, if there was an abandoned hotel in your area, what would have happened? What would be? Maybe from the Philippines. Maybe you know the hotel. Let me know. I'd be intrigued.
I like that place. Let me shoot across the street here real quick without getting run over.
I do admit I don't miss not getting almost run over numerous times. That's never been fun. It's not fun. They just go at a different pace in the Philippines. The traffic is just bang, 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 bang. So what can we do? It's when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But I don't miss that kind of if you're a car, fill a car, just go right past you. But that's the way it is when in Rome.
All right, coast is clear. Lighthouse Chiropractic Center. Travel tourists, BFF Travel and Tours.
So this is obviously an area with a lot of tourism. Angeles is quite known for tourism, of course. And you can see it got some Hangul there, some Korean Jetstar. So they're expecting, the locals, Cathay Pacific, Tiger Air. They still fly. They shut down in Australia, but maybe they still run the Philippines. I don't know. Um, I'll search it later. But as you can see, they've got quite a few. He's mentioned the previous Omega. He mentioned down the road. So it's very interesting. It must be. I know travel's big in Angeles, but to have this much travel services in this area, it must be a volume area. Asiana Airlines, I can see there. So of course, Koreans are quite, eager to go to the Philippines. I think they were the second, third number of like largest group of tourists in the Philippines in the last year. I know Australians. I think it was Americans, Koreans, Australians, or was it Koreans, Americans, Australia? I know Australia was top five, so very proud. Um, but yeah, interesting.
J&T Express, 1 hour massage for
Oh, I'd love a massage. I really would. Look at that. 2 hours of 500 pesos. Hang on, let's do an exchange right now. 500 PH. Oh, come on. 500 PHP in AUD. $13.20. I'd tip him. So I'd probably just give him $20. I'd probably give him like an extra $7 or whatever. But like $13.20 for a massage. Bruh. What am I doing here? I mean, I love Australia. I love Australia. But, bruh. Some will say, how do you know it's not a good massage? How do you know? It might be a bad massage. Fair call, fair call, fair call. I would argue for $13, I'll risk it. I'll have one massage, see how I go. If it's no good, I'll find another $13 massage and I'll have it there.
300.
I really miss the Philippines. I really do. Anyway. We're not going to dwell on how much I miss the Philippines, except that I miss the Philippines. Fine.
Pesos. That's a good deal.
This guy makes really good videos. I have to say, I've mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but in the Philippines, I think he's been hitting it for a while. He's been doing this really good content. I love his style. I love his pace. He's not running around. He's not, he's cool. I like him. Big up to Philly, from Australia to the Angeles City, brother. Good work.
It's about $6. Alpha.
He's obviously exchanging to US dollars. I'm doing Australian dollars, so that's why difference. But still, come on, guys, $6 American. Come on, come on, come on.
The one frozen food products. Remember, guys, Malabañas Road. Up here on the corner of Malabañas Road. Malabañas Road will take you all the way down into Hensonville. Right up here on the left-hand side is where the new Margarita station is going. Talked to the door guy at Margarita, and he told me a month. You can never get.
I don't know if you guys have traveled to the Philippines, you know that there's American time or foreign time and Philippine time. And American time is precise. It's what you and I, as Australians, if you're from the West or wherever, if your appointment's at 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock. You might get there 10 minutes early, but you can expect to have the door open, walking in 5 o'clock. If it's after 5 o'clock, it's late. Philippines runs a bit different. So Philippines, it's a guide. So if the appointment's at 5 o'clock, 5-ish up or down, if you're there at around 5, you'll be all right. So this is a month. It's a month Philippine time, depending on the company that's building it. So I'm guessing if they're building a train station or a bus station or whatever, it would be like Sandvik Development Corporation or like SM Developments. So they would be on like American time, but they wouldn't tell that to a security guard. So security guard's giving him like a Philippine time, like that's cool of him to tell, but just be aware if you go there. Ask him if you have an appointment and they say, "Oh, sorry, please come back at 9 American time or Filipino time," and they should laugh because it is funny. Try to say it in a polite, funny way, and then funny because it's important to know. because if it's Philippine time, you're going to be, as a foreigner, odds are early. It's on American time. Yeah. Anyway,
Get a straight answer from anybody.
yeah.
But
It's
it'll
like,
be interesting when they do come up here, how business is going to do. I mean, they are on the perfect, they're at the perfect location. Check out all this construction debris. There was a hotel in there. I don't know if this is from the hotel. If they're cleaning out the hotel in there and remodeling that. But this is not.
would that be allowed where you're from? Would that be allowed where you're from? I'm telling you right now, having lived in Sydney my entire life, that the local council would bin out, bin out like a Tasmanian devil. That, 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 all that. Oh my God, the fines. Good Lord, the fines involved. Oh, anyway, would that be allowed in your part of town? Let me know. Let me know. I, mate, Sydney, this?
This is not where Margarita Station is moving. This is not. They are moving right here on the corner. Let me show you where we're at here too. Joe's Cafe. It's still puzzles, guys. It is still puzzles. Those that are familiar with puzzles, it is still puzzles. They only changed the name recently. As you can see here, right there it is, Puzzles Cafe Bar and Restaurant. But then up here is Joe's Cafe. They changed the name. Evidently the one girl that's been working there for a long time, Joe, they put it in her name, made it her name, but it is still Puzzles. It is still the same delicious quality food from Puzzles, just a new name. And right here is where the Margarita Station is moving to. All right, Alabanyas Road. This is Fields Avenue Perimeter Road, right here. This is where they are moving. Here's where all the construction is going on. They've been busy. They are busy. Right there it is. Margarita Station now hiring waitresses, bartenders, kitchen staff, pool rackers. So
When he said Margarita Station, I thought it was like a train station or a bus station. It must be a food station. Ah, awkward on my part. I apologize. I own it. It's on me. I'm sorry. Silly me.
here it is, guys. There's the workers. Let me see if I can ask what's going on. All right, so I did talk to the gentleman in there that has been renovating it. Wow, are they doing an amazing job in there? He told me they basically gutted the whole entire inside out, put all new basic structures, ceiling structure, wall structures, basically starting from new. There was a lot of issues, but wow, does it look good. I think it's going to be a nice restaurant when it's completed. Yes, it's not down on Walking Street and Fields Avenue where everybody knows it is, but they do have a clientele. I mean, people that have been here, lived here and stuff, so people do regularly go, and I think they will come up here regularly, support the new location. But it's
But too, we should always support new businesses coming up. It's business the hard thing. I've tried it when I was younger, didn't work out. So I'm always about, I wish goodwill for all people. I want everyone to do well. And I agree with Sir Philly. If they put that much time and effort into it, it sounds amazing from what he's saying. I mean, wish him well. Wish him well. Wish all the best to them.
it's nice. It's nice. When they're completed, when they're open, I will try to come in and show you. Right now, everything's under renovation. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait to see how nice it is. But yeah, just a little update. But anyways, we're just gonna, let's just stroll down here. This is, what is it, night moves? But their billboard is down. I don't know what that's about. In other words, their billboard for their you know, the name of the club, Night Moves.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
XXX bar, XX, triple X bar. There it is, triple X. Mama-san with girls, models, dancers, and wave.
I'm not going to explain this one. I'm not getting involved in this discussion. I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is, oh dear. Oh dear.
Versus wanted. They're all hiring. All the clubs here are hiring. Thunderbirds, Candy Bar. Guys selling some tables, fold out tables. I was told Candy Bar food is very good and reasonably priced. Let's say you come up here to some of these clubs up here, restaurants up here. They do serve food and it's reasonably priced. And like I said, I was told it's good. Unfortunately, I've never come up here to eat.
That's always the case, isn't it? If you live in an area, how often do you break out of your routine? Like, do you break out of your routine often, or are you always doing the same thing? I know I do it. I have like 3, 4 places I like to eat in my local area, and I just go bang, 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 bang. I never break out. And I always say to myself, okay, I'll go to that place next time. I'll go to that place next time. I never do. I never do. I always go to the same place. So I hear him on this one. So that's why I like traveling, because it kind of forces me out of my comfort zone. I'm like, okay, I've got to go eat something different. There's nothing here's familiar. And then you go to Jollibee or Mang Inasal, which I'm a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Mang Inasal. Don't get me wrong. But it's one of those things where like I agree with him. Like you know it's there. You drive past it all the time or whatever. You say to your wife, we should go there one day. You know, it's great. And you never do. So I hear him on that one. It's a very common thing to do.
ATM machine here. I don't know if that works, but it's there. Look, there's actually a street name here. Donguico Avenue, yes. And Mount Mayon Street. Remember, the E's and A's and E's, the vowels are pronounced funny here.
By funny, he means that Tagalog has a lot of Spanish influence into it. It's a very interesting language because of Philippine history with colonization, with the Spanish and with the the Islamic influence from the south and the Malaysian influence and the Indonesian influence, all these other influences all meshed in. It's a very, very unique, special language. So, like, I find it interesting because I have some European, Iberian ancestry. So I find some of the words make perfect sense to me. In other words, you know what I mean? Like, huh? So it's very unique Filipino. Tagalog is the most common language. Visaya, of course, is also another one, but Tagalog's the main. When people talking Filipino, generally they're speaking Tagalog, but not always. Of course, Visaya, if they're from Cebu or that general area in the center. Then they have Mindanao to the south, who speak different dialects depending on the area and the tribe you're in and the community. So there's that. But he's right. It's a tricky one to learn if you're an outsider. If you speak Spanish, it really helps, but not always. In most cases, but not always. Yeah. A lot of Filipinos do, of course, speak English, but always make sure that you have somebody. If you're gonna live there, learn some basic words. Yung mabuhay, kamusta, okay lang, salamat sa Diyos, salamat, all that kind of.
And we got the Steelman Entertainment for the ladies. You know, you gotta have.
I ain't saying nothing. I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is this. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Clubs for the ladies. Gray Fox Resto Bar. Welcome open 1 p.m. till late. This building here is sitting empty, been sitting empty for a while. Could be wrong, but I thought that might have been the American Legion at one point. Could be wrong. CNBC Restro Bar here on the left.
I love some of the names. I love some of the names. A very common thing in the Philippines is if you open a business or a restaurant, you'll jumble the names of your kids together. You know what I mean? So if your kids are named like Matthew and Julie, you become Majuli or Julitiu, something like that. They'll blend all the names together of all the kids, which I find fascinating. And then they become like, there's a developer there. I forgot the name, but his development name. It sounds a bit odd, but it's the name all three of his kids blends together. Fair enough. Family values, you can't fight it. Best thing in the world, family values. Um, but it is what it is. But I love it though. I'm not demeaning it or putting it down. I love it. It's just those little idiosyncrasies, those unique things about a country that I absolutely love. In the Philippines, I love that happens based on family. Like I don't know the cause of this, but CNB, it might be the names of his kids or his sisters or something, Charlie, whatever. Nita, Brendan, whatever. And so like I love the little bits that make things different. So it makes Philippines so unique. There's so many different influences, and if you know the history, it makes it so much more rich and more vibrant. That's just me. That's just me. I'm a sucker for the Philippines. You know that by now.
Happy hour 1 to 4. All local drinks are 65 pesos. That's a good deal. 65 pesos. And of course you got,
In case you're wondering, I'll look up for you. So 65 pesos I'll put in Australian dollar, $1.64. Now for our US friends, USD, $1.12. So there you go. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely, absolutely nothing. Technical issues. Sorry about that.
Barfield here. This has been here for quite a while. 12 noon to close at 10 p.m. And there's our
Well, we've got some technical issues, so I'm going to stop there. But thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you. Salamat po, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.